Hello guys, so in this video we are going to say this maximum compatibility score sum problem. So what it says is, there is a survey that consists of n questions where each question's answer is either yes or no and they are represented by 0 or 1. The survey was given to m students numbered from 0 to m minus 1 and m mentors number from 0 to m minus 1. The answers of the student are represented by 2D integer array students, where student I is the integer array that contains the answer to the ith student. So what we basically saying is that we have suppose n questions, okay, and we have n students. So each student was given this n question and the student has answered to this n question. So suppose for student 1, he has answered n questions. So that answers are stored in an array of length n. And similarly, this is for student 1, so there can be multiple students. So for each student, we have collected their answers and have all of them we have put it all of them in a grid. So this is what saying is, so this grid is students grid, where each of the row in the grid represent the answer given by the ith student. Similarly, we have a mentors grid as well, where each of this row shows the answer provided by the mentors. So this is mentor 0 or the first mentor, and his answer to those n questions is provided. So this is similarly the same. The answers of the mentors are represented by 2D array mentors, where mentor j is an integer array that contains the answer of the jth mentor, and it is 0 enter. That is this first one, first row is 0. Each student will be assigned to one mentor and each mentor will have one student. That is a one-to-one condition is there. One student, one mentor, and one mentor, one student. So the compatibility score of a student mentor pair is the number of answers that are the same in both the student and the pair. So suppose the student has given three answers, 1, 0, 1, and the mentor has given 0, 0, 1. So what this compatibility score is, you check, okay, for the first question, what is the answer to by the mentor as well as the student. So you see this is 1 and it is 0, so it is not matching. Hence for this particular question there is no matching and the compatibility score for this particular question is 0. And then for this particular question, 0, mentor has also given 0, so plus 1. So for this particular one, here also 1, so plus 1. So for this particular student and this particular mentor, the compatibility score is 2 in total. Okay, so this is what it is saying. For each student, assign one mentor and one mentor has this. The compatibility score of a student-mentor pair, student and mentor pair, is a number of answers that are same for both student and mentor. That are same for both student and answer. What are the this and this? So two answers are same for both student and mentor. So the compatibility score for the student mentor pair is 2. So what we have to do is, since we are given multiple students, like m number of students, and we are given m number of mentors, what we have to do, we have to select like for each student which mentor he we have to assign, so that finally when we form a pair of student mentor pair, the total score of the compatibility, like score compatibility score of this plus compatibility score of this plus compatibility score of this is student mentor pair, this is second student mentor pair, this is third student mentor pair. So the total compatibility score adding all these three should be maximum. So that is what we have to find. So let's see this with an example. So suppose this is the student's answer and this is the mentor's answer. Okay. So this is the first student, this is second student, this is third student, this is first mentor, second mentor, third mentor. So first mentor, so what we have to do is, see the constraint, if you see in this problem, okay, the constraint is not a, the constraint is m comma n less than equals to 8. So by seeing this thing, we get an idea that this constraint is very less and hence we can use like high intensive algorithm as well. And here, by seeing the example as well, we can get an idea that for each student, we have to check each mentor, like the compatibility of that particular student with that particular mentor. So you can guess an idea that for each student, we have to check all the mentors. So if you can see, suppose student 1 has chosen mentor 1. Now, what are the other mentors left is 2 and 3. Now, this student 2 can come and pick up either this 2 or 3. Now, for this particular condition, if we go ahead, student 2 can check 2 or 3. 1 can check 1 to 3, and then 2 can check 2 or 3. If 2 has taken 2, then 3 has only left 3, and if 2 has taken 3, 3 has left with 2. So this way we can see like there can be multiple possibilities that can happen. So you can like from these things we can conclude that since the constraint is also very less, so we can use a high expensive algorithm. And this we have to, for each of this student we have to check each mentor, so it is a kind of backtracking problem. Okay, because we have to select this, then check, okay, this anyone it can take. So after it has selected any of these things, and then corresponding this will select accordingly to the mentors available, and then 3 will select the like among the mentors available. So using those things will get some value, and then this mentor will change for each of these value, and then again we'll get some other value, and out of all those values we will have to check the maximum. So this is what we have to do basically. So if I draw this here, this one can take either sorry, one mentor, two mentor, or the third mentor. And then if one takes first mentor, then two can take either two or three. If two takes two, then three can take three. If two takes three, three will take two. If first take two, then the second one can take either one or three. If this thing 3 can take 2, if 2 takes 3, 1 takes 2, then 3 takes 1. So this is all the possibilities that we'll get by traversing all the like cases. So once we get back here, so why it is why we are saying is backtracking, because suppose you have come here, you have seen this part, you have traversed this part also. Now you want to traverse this 1 to second part. So what we have to do is you must be tracking somewhere, no? Like that first has taken the mentor first. So that you have you must be storing somewhere, then only you are proceeding here, so that 2 doesn't count this mentor first again. So that variable or that value that you are using to store that first has taken mentor 1, that you will have to revert back, and that is why it is a problem of backtracking. Okay, let's see this with a code that is much clearer there. Okay, so let's see here. So this is our main method, not the main method, like the actual method that will be called by the question. So this is maximum compatibility. What we have done is, this is the final compatibility that we have created. This will store the final answer that we have. We have taken out the maximum number of students, that is m, and maximum number of questions that were there, that we have stored in n. Total questions here, total answer is here, all the students is here. We have this taken, so this taken array that is here, it takes into account all the mentors. So this will store which mentor has been taken and which is still left. So initially all of this has 0 in it, that is no mentor has been taken. That is why we have done is array fill of taken 0 with 0, and then we will use this get max count. So what we are going to do here is, when we come into this function, we have all the students, mentors, and m as 0. M as 0 as in the first row, that we are taking for students. Okay, and for each student we are going to check each mentor. Okay, this is mentor. Now we will check whether m is greater than the total number of students. So m shouldn't be greater than or equal to the total number of students. So the first case is not. Then what we'll do is, we will iterate over total number of students, because total number of students is equal to total number of mentors. Okay, so this is basically we are iterating through all the mentors that we have currently, and then we are checking whether that particular mentor is taken or not. So if we are starting from here, we'll check, okay, whether this mentor is taken or not. If he is not taken, that is, it is 0. We'll put this as taken, that is, we'll put this taken array, update it as 1, that is the first mentor has been taken. and then we'll get the compatibility between this particular student and this particular mentor that that particular student has chosen, and that is here. You can see like it's a simple for loop where we are checking whether student I is equals to mentor I, and then count plus plus, and then we are returning that count. So basically comparing like how many of those are equal with this mentor's one. Okay, we are returning that, and then we are calling this get max composition with the student mentor, and this time we are doing m plus 1. That is, this time we are calling this max compatibility get max compatibility function with the new student. Okay, so now what we have is, suppose there are three students. Now the second time this max compatibility function is called get max compatibility, we have two students and we are here. Now we have three mentors again, where for each mentors we are taking into consideration this taken array, which shows whether the particular mentor is taken or not. So when this second student comes and he sees okay m is not greater than equals to total number of students, he comes to this rule, he starts from this again, checks whether this particular is taken or not. So if you can see, this first mentor is already taken, as we can see from this particular array. So it will not go through this, then it will come to this particular mentor and it will check okay this is not taken. So this way this will go through this, and it will again call this give max compatibility, and when this will return from here to this particular part. So you remember the first student has taken this first mentor, so that is why we have put taken of I is equals to 1. Now when we have returned here and we want to take student to this second mentor, we have to free up the first mentor. That is why it is backtracking problem. We have to do this. So we will again do taken I is equals to 0. That is student 1, the first student, has previously taken the first mentor, but now he has not taken a, he has what do you say, freed up the first mentor, and he has now selected a second mentor. That's why we are doing 0. And for each of these cases, whenever we reach the end of this number of students, that is m is equals to total number of students, what we'll do is take the final compatibility and do the max with the comp or compatibility that we have finally reached. See here, initially we have taken it 0. Each time we call this get max compatibility function, we add the compatibility for the current student and the current mentor that we have chosen. So each time we take out that, add to this company and pass into the function and call the next one. So similarly, that like in this way, we'll get this final compatibility and we'll return this, and this will be our final answer. Okay. So let's see this, submit this as well. So next one, compatibility. Yeah. See, I have already done the same here. Okay, let me submit it again. So see it. Sorry, yeah, submitted again. Okay. So this code for this particular problem, you can find it in the description. And if you have understood this particular problem, like, share, and comment this and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you.